Thanks for tuning in to Celeb Source. Now today we have Rihanna checking constituents, St. John taking up an offering, Serius Jones with some serious charges, we got Dababy getting spanked, Trump trolling Cardi B, ASAP Rocky missing and present, and Vanessa Bryant. Again, thanks for tuning in to Celeb Source. If this is your first time to the channel, be sure to subscribe, be sure to join our notification gang who always sees us in the comments, and be sure to hit the like button if you love Celeb Source or justice in our society. Now salute to James Halliburton, who hit us with some truth in one of our previous videos in the comment section, keeping the conversation intelligent. Much love and respect. Now first on deck, setting the masses straight, we have the lovely and exquisite, the near perfect Rihanna, who found herself clapping back at a fan when they responded to her post. Now, she initially stated in her post, quote, "Vote. You ain't got ish else to do, man. Get off your behind, get off the couch and go and vote. I don't want to hear another excuse. Stop believing that your vote and your voice don't matter. This is the illest way to protest. Vote for the change you want," close quote. Now, a person in the comments called themselves checking the beauty by saying, quote, "Voting ain't gonna change ish," close quote. There's always one. Now, the bad girl Riri came for the naysayer promptly when she shot back, "Sick of hearing this. You know what ain't gonna change ish? Not doing ish," close quote. Letting the nonconformists know that she wasn't trying to hear all that. Now, the states that were holding primary elections at the time were Iowa, District of Columbia, Indiana, Maryland, Montana, New Mexico, Pennsylvania, Rhode Island, and South Dakota, where they were all voting for seats in Congress during that time. I think it was about maybe 2 days ago, Tuesday, I believe. Now, if you are registered to vote, be sure to find out when the next election is in your area, and make sure you find yourself in the voting booth, all right? And help make those changes that you want to see in society. Now, our number 2 spot goes to St. John, whose Roses song from 4 years ago became a recent hit when it was remixed and sped up by Kazakh producer Imanbek, whatever it is, and released as a single on September 18, 2019. Now, capitalizing on the success of the remix, St. John figured, well, he would do another remix, which sounds sped up from the original, which to me is the hottest version of the song. If you ain't heard it, you need to go and check that. But it's also slowed down from the Imanbek remix. And don't get on me about pronunciation, man. Alright? Anyhow, the Roses remix, which he recently released, has Future on it. Yes, I said it, Future. And was to have its own video, but it was halted because of the reason stated in St. John's IG post, which says the following, quote, "I was gonna shoot a video for the remix to Roses that me and Future just did. We were literally gonna shoot it in the next 2 days. I just got off the phone with LA Reid. I asked him to bump the budget up from 60K to 100K. Then I asked him to give me the video budget and don't ask what I'm gonna do with it. He agreed. That's legendary-ish. We should never be afraid to do the right thing." Now, I know what you're saying. You're trying to figure out, man, what did he do with the 100 bands? Well, I'm glad you asked. He stated that he will be using it to donate $125,000 to bail funds to release arrested protesters from jail and to black-owned businesses that were affected right now. Closing the post with "ignorant forever," which he seems far from to me at this point. And he also added, "Guyana is sexy." To which I say, after a move like that, you got that, bro. Alright? Now, Serius Jones is in some serious heat, having 8 counts of criminal charges that he is facing, including charges of assault, pimping, and human trafficking. My gosh, this dude right here. With one of the victims alleging that he, quote, "willfully and unlawfully deprived and violated her personal liberty by forcing her into prostitution," close quote. Now, If this is proven to be true, put him and everyone like him under the jail. That ish ain't cool. And I'm dead serious about that, right? He did have a GoFundMe page to cover his legal expenses, but it raised only $110. Cue The Price Is Right, You Lost It All music. Dababy is next up to be put in a silent corner for posting a video on social media of himself with his face buried into a Chick-fil-A bag. Now, social media promptly came out the bedroom with a slipper, spanking Dababy with remarks like, quote, "Why are you still supporting them? They were outed for Trump support. They were wearing Blue Lives Matter. I love them too, but big dog, they gotta go." Close quote. And Dababy, "Sir, we've canceled them." Close quote. Now, social media might need an extension cord for yours truly, because like Dababy, I was not aware chicken from Chick-fil-A was off the table. Anyhow, Dababy did respond by saying, quote, "Damn, I ain't know niggas couldn't eat Chick-fil-A during the protests. Y'all be bored as hell on this beat, huh? I'ma head out." Close quote. Now, based on how gently social media handled it, it looks like they didn't quite throw out Dababy with the bathwater. I know, but you had to know it was coming. Now, Cardi B has been endorsing candidates and encouraging folks to get to the polls, but after she asked her 67 million followers to register to vote, she suddenly noticed presidential bots, yes, from the president, trolling her and supporting Donald Trump with statements like, quote, "New York City, call up the National Guard. The lowlifes and losers are ripping you apart. Act fast. Don't make the same horrible and deadly mistake that you made with the nursing homes." Close quote. And you thought 6ix9ine was the troll king. Now, social media has been engaging in the strange practice of questioning whether certain artists have been present or have spoken up during the protests that have been going on around the country. This is just like the reign of terror. Social media has now called A$AP Rocky onto the stand, thinking that if they call out an artist for not protesting and the artist suddenly involves themselves in a protest, then that suddenly means they're down for the cause. Well, it looks like A$AP Rocky don't play that. When images popped up on Twitter with what appeared to be A$AP in front of graffiti that said, quote, F12. Many questioned whether it was really him, which is ridiculous to say the least. Well, A$AP threw his Molotov cocktail into the social media circle by stating the following, quote, "We protested in these streets, no press, no cameras, no Instagram. Not for bragging rights or photo ops. Ish was just genuine. For once, it's like the whole world shared the same pain. I don't post my every move, not my thing. But we far from silent and it's still F12. Close quote. Before a video popped up, which showed footage that appears to have been recorded around the time that A$AP took that same photo in front of the graffiti wall. In the clip, someone is spray painting F12 and the signature on the gate when that person is ran up on by someone who takes a pose in front of the camera and says, quote, "It's Flacco," close quote. Now, according to Rocky, there's a lack of sincerity and an air of pretentiousness when folks take photo ops during an event that should be less about self-promotion and more about social injustice. Yo, man, last but not least, I'm not gonna even go in on that. Last but not least, to wrap it up, Vanessa Bryant, the late, great Kobe Bryant's wife, has expressed her gratitude that the murals of her legendary husband, Kobe Bryant, and beloved daughter, Gianna Bryant, were not desecrated during the protests in LA this past week. She left a tweet saying, quote, "They know Kobe is off limits," close quote. What's just as powerful is the tweet that she posted earlier of Kobe wearing a shirt that said, quote, "I can't breathe," close quote. Now, that picture was taken back in 2012, which shows that number 24 spoke from heaven itself, it would seem, and indeed is larger than life, as we already knew. Yo, man, let us know what you think. Should artists post their every move and take pictures and photo ops when they're protesting? Or should those good deeds be done in the dark and brought to the light by someone else? Yo, sound off in the comments below. Be sure to like. Be sure to subscribe. Thanks for tuning in to Celeb Source, your source for celeb news. Yo, much love and respect, and be safe in them streets. All right? Peace.